Brainstem motor nuclei. Axons of cranial nerves motor neurons originate from a brainstem nuclei of three types of corresponding to the embryological gins of muscles group. Somatic nuclei. These are close to the midline, equivalent to the spinal cord ventral horn cells. Somatic nuclei are epilomotor, trachlorals, abstinence, and hypoglossal nuclei. Bronchiomotor nuclei. These develop a lateral to somatic nuclei between them and parasympathetic nuclei. Bronchiomotor nuclei are trigeminal motor factors and the nucleus ambiguous extension for a spinal sensory nerves. C. Parasympathetic nuclei. These are most laterally placed of brainstem motor nuclei equivalent to the lateral horn cells of spinal cords. They include adventures, vestibular spheres, inferior salivatory, and the dorsal motor nucleus of vagus. Brainstem motor nuclei thus make up three interptic column, somatic motors, bronchomotors, and parasympathetic. This pattern is useful basic for study. Upper and lower motor neurons. Both somatic motor and bronchomotor nerves supply the voluntary muscles. Pathway between motor and cortex muscle may be thought of as being arranged into two neural groups: upper motor neurons and lower motor neurons. Axons of upper motor neurons discussed before synapsing with the lower motor neurons, so the right motor cortex control the left side of the body and vice versa. Control upper motor neurons cortex to the muscle. For a cranial cell bodies of upper motor neurons are in a head and neck area of motor cortex. Axon descends discussing just before synapsing with the cell bodies of lower motor neurons, which make up a nucleus of a cranial nerve. The term upper motor neurons also clinically to include the fibers from other brain centers that contact with the lower motor neurons in a cranial nerve's nucleus, thus influencing their activity. Lower motor neurons nucleus to muscles. Cell bodies of lower motor neurons from a brainstem nucleus. Axons leave to the brainstem and pass in a cranial nerves to the destination. Thus, although most of axons and the lower motor neurons are part of peripheral nervous system, the cell body and the first part of axon in a central nervous system. Corticonucleus and corticobulars. This term describe upper motor neurons pathway described above. They are often usually interchangeably, even though the sensible means medulla corticobulars should be reserved from the fibers passing the nuclei in a medulla. Corticocondylar's pathway. Frontal motor cortex. The head and the neck area of frontal motor cortex is found in the most lateral part of parietal gyrus of frontal lobe, directly interior to the central sulcus above the lateral fissures. It is supplied by branches of the middle cerebral arteries. It is experimentally suffer making in the patriones. Corona radius entrapilar capsule. Axons of upper motor neuron descends through the corona radiata and on the genu of intercapsule and lateral situate branches of the middle cerebral arteries. Brainstem cords. Axons of upper motor neuron descend through the central portions of the cerebral peduncles of the midbrain ventral to the substantia nigra and proceed as far as necessary. Discussing just before synapsing or lower motor neuron cell bodies in the nuclei, the arterial supply of a brainstem is from the branches of basal artery. इधर स्ट्रक्चर दिखाया हुआ है मोटर कॉर्टेक्स फाइबर पास थ्रू अ इंटरनल कैप्सूल फाइबर पास थ्रू अ cerebellum spinous of midbrain